So today is 6th April 2024, Saturday, 1:28 p.m. I started the meditation about 1 hour and 10 minutes ago in this small room in Tallinn University, Estonia. And the room temperature is 20.5, but when I started it was around 18. Outside it's a bit cold today. In April we had snow, and I didn't expect it to snow in April, but it did. And today we have 5 degrees Celsius outside, and if it's important, it's 8% moon visible, and it's going towards dark moon. Okay, I just finished doing Focus 12 from the Gateway Experience audio tapes, and at first there was a lot of thoughts going on in the mind. Then I was trying to silence my mind, which wasn't working at all. I should have already known that after having practiced meditation for quite some time now, and I just let it be. So whatever is happening in the experience, the mind is narrating it. I was just seated in silence, with my closed eyes, listening to these Focus 10 free flow. First I realized I'm seated. Then I realized my body. Then as I'm trying to watch myself go into the phase, the more I'm commenting on it. But at the same time, I don't want to comment on what's going on. The mind keeps on commenting on what's going on. And I let it be for some time. Then slowly the commenting part stopped, and there was just the happening of whatever was going on in. Of course, the mind was not silent. It was just silent in terms of verbalizing the experience, but the experience was there. I wouldn't say it's a deep experience yet, but it is definitely some experience that I found was quite interesting today. Now, for the purpose of this video, as to why log the video, is that I started daily meditation with Gateway audios since the beginning of 2024, and it was quite an interesting experience to go through those different tapes. And at the moment I deviated from the original audio tapes, and I deviated into other binaural beats that are there, and other guided meditations which had some experience, and some of them didn't do anything. Some of them had some experiences, and I was writing all of them down in a journal. About 90 entries in the journal so far, and more than 90 obviously the sitting for meditation. And I started skipping the journaling because of the repeated experiences, which was at some point nothing new. So I started to not journal those experiences that are repeating. Anyways, this I think is a very good practice to journal. And today I thought, if it's not possible for me to have new experiences, or feel very or don't feel so good about, it's not the right word, or if I'm too lazy to write, then it's better that I start to video journal, which is, I think, much easier for me to do at the moment. And in case there is a certain very extraordinary experience, which I'm sure is coming, then I'll journal and also do a video journal about it. The background behind all of these, what's happening, or what am I doing with these videos? Now here's the background. I started thinking that maybe meditation is a way back in 2015 when we had a huge earthquake in Nepal. At that time, I was not a serious meditator. I would meditate sometimes, but I was lazy and I didn't know how to meditate first. Then I didn't know if it does anything, but anyways, I gave it a try, kept on meditating. And by the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, somewhere around that, I started to experience this state of nothingness, which later some of my friends who were participating in our weekend meditations called it a state of void. I used to enter into this state of void a few times within an hour period of sitting in meditation, in silence and letting the mind do whatever it does. So there wasn't any focused practice for that. And I guess I was biased as well with my old practices which led me to think that meditation is like a candle instead of a focused light, which I thought was concentration, and meditation was unfocused light. Now I have come to understand, or at least feel, that it can be both ways, and whichever way works, that is the way for an individual. Anyways, I was entering into this void space of nothingness, and interestingly, when I'd be there, I wouldn't feel time. There was no time, there was no space, there was no identification, there was no self. The idea of me was not there. Everything would vanish, and just the experience of being was there, and I wouldn't be able to tell who or what that being was, but the experience of continuation was there. And while being in that state, it was good. The feeling of being in that state was very good. But as I come out of that, at first I started to feel this is something, I am learning something. This is that was a new experience for me, so it felt good. And after entering into the same state repeatedly for a period of about 6 months or even 1 year, and having not progressed anymore, I started to feel a little unsatisfied, because I would reach to this state and there I would vanish. As such, me, my name, my story, everything would vanish, so it wouldn't matter at all. But as I came out, I would realize that I hadn't progressed, because I'd been in that space for quite some time and there was nothing new, which was not so good experience for me as in terms of progress, because I had read in scriptures and also heard from different masters that there are different stages, there are different things that the universe will show us, and that we can grow experiencing wide varieties of things. But none of those were happening to me, and I would definitely want that to happen to me, so that I would understand those different stages and see what they are, and I'd like to grow as well. Then at the same time, I was experimenting with binaural beats, and those used to be very simple 1 beat frequencies that I was experimenting with. So the very basic example of using 100 Hz on the left ear and 104 Hz on the right ear, and basically using just that to meditate. Then I created, looking at YouTube and other websites, I created a basic frequency set and called it Frequencies for Mind, and released it as an album, Binaural Frequencies for Mind. And after having done that, a few weeks later, and this was around the end of 2023, a few weeks later, around December 20th, something like that, I started to see YouTube suggesting me the works of Robert Monroe. At first, I didn't pay attention. I ignored it. But after sometimes it kept on showing up in the right side, in the suggestions list. And then I thought maybe I should take a look at that. Then I found a lot of information about the frequencies, about the Monroe Institute, and a lot of different things related to different focus states. And I also learned that what this state of void for me, also they were calling it void, probably around focus 15 to focus 21. And also they were saying that we have to just be in this focus 15 or 21, this void state, and wait, and the help will arrive. And I didn't know how it will arrive. And in some of their videos where somebody would be speaking about it at a conference or just a random video in Monroe Institute's YouTube, they'd be saying, we just have to be there in this void space and ask. And this didn't make sense to me because there's no language. There's nobody to ask there. Nobody who has any idea of even asking in that state. Nobody within me. I'm not sure about other people. So anyways, I found their gateway experience audios in archive.org and started meditating. And that's how it began. And there has been some nice experiences which I will go on sharing as we move on with different experiences. And also this will be kind of like a journal entry for me. And I will, so there is another thing about sharing, like podcasts and stuff like that, which is happening in our channel called Maya Satsang, where there is a series of podcasts where we talk with different people regarding experiences and experiences they've had in what we call sound mind sessions using frequencies. And in this channel, it will be totally my own experiences. And that's about it for this video. And yeah, things are going good. See you soon.